Every year, Cleveland Public Theater transforms our campus into a labyrinth of theater, dance, visual, and performance art at every corner, with over 300 artists and 25 stages. For 17 years, this Party of the Year supported Cleveland Public Theater's groundbreaking artistic work and life-changing education programs. But what you see right now can't happen. Things have changed. Things have been shut down. Some may see this empty theater as emblematic of our contemporary time when we're separated, when we're forced to be apart. Some may even believe that theater is dead and gone. But art will find the way. It cannot be held back because it's core to our humanity. Like flowers growing up through the sidewalk cracks, water rushing through the Cuyahoga River, dreams that come to us at night, art will happen. Theater perseveres. And here at Cleveland Public Theater, we believe the calling of art is to be a source of awakening. Now, more than ever, we need art. We need theater to give us comfort and inspire our hearts and lead us on our own personal journeys of evolution and innovation.
55. 55 is a poem by Dan Rourke. When trying to walk on water, forget the boat completely, even before stepping out of it. To remember its proximity, its wooden security, its dry substance, will only sink you faster. Memory is heavy.
Theater is a grand experiment. Theater can reawaken the imagination that we possess so strongly as children. Welcome to Awakenings, a celebration of Cleveland Public Theater. Though we cannot gather together in person, we can come together as a community to celebrate Cleveland and celebrate art. What you're witnessing is a labor of love, created with safety as our highest priority.
So why this? Why now? Before the world changed, WKYC had agreed to partner with CPT for their largest annual fundraiser called Pandemonium. When we knew it couldn't happen, we came together in this socially distanced, thoroughly sanitized, CDC-approved way to create a wonderful mix of new performances and pre-recorded magic.
The village of Cleveland needs art, and it takes a village to create art. So along with seeing some of Cleveland's finest artists, you'll also meet leaders from a vast array of partner organizations who come together to make our work happen.
Cleveland Public Theater continues its work, even during these incredibly challenging times. But they can't do it alone, and they don't. CPT is not one organization, it's a family. It's a community that comes together to educate, to heal, to inspire. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Awakenings.
Our mission is to awaken compassion and raise consciousness. In Grecian times, theater arose alongside democracy. This artistic technology was invented to reflect society, to promote dialogue, and to spark, nurture, and sustain change.
From the northernmost edges of the industrial north to the extension down into the broad vastness of the agricultural cotton-picking south, the spirit of my soul sisters, the ancestors,
tug at the nerve endings on my shoulders.
My knees buckle, gravity forces me south.
and I give praise to those that have come before me.
A mystical breeze washes over me.
They,
The Panther Women are now in me.
All of them. A Panther Woman is any one of those melanated sisters who have bartered their hearts in exchange for stained, shattered mirrors.
Where their reflection has gone unseen.
smeared across the glass.
Blood.
A Panther Woman is me.
A Panther Woman is you.
We assemble here, asking for allowance to unveil the caged cat.
For she is doing away with her cherubic purr and is ready for the feline in her to roar.
So then we name the names of those who we intend to conjure up.
Those who have raised havoc.
Those who have taken firecrackers,
Lit them.
And toss them into the irreconcilable stew called the melting pot.
And watch the fury of the flame burn.
What Panther Women is, which is the piece that I am currently developing and working on at Cleveland Public Theater. It's about the Black Panther movement, particularly the women. If I have a platform, I'm going to use that platform to uplift and tell the stories of the individuals that I grew up with, the individuals in which I relate to. The National New Play Network producer in residency, which is very great to be able to create work and have people know my work at a national level. I'm very grateful that Cleveland Public Theater has invested in me that way.
And rage.
But that's the really unique thing about Cleveland Public Theater is that a lot of us work in different departments. I am a creator, an educator. STEP was very interesting to me this year because we were doing it the first time virtually. All of the students came in and they all were like on fire. You know, they all were like, they had something to say. They wanted to make sure that whatever they said, that it pierced through the heart of the individuals who were watching it or the individuals who were in the room.
Mr. Smart, excuse me. Hello, sir. Yes, I have something that I would like to say. I just wanted to ask why this is what we're learning about. Well, it's clearly glorifying white colonists who stole other people's land. There are people dying in the streets right now. Did you know that? They're dying because of the racism that men like Christopher Columbus and Thomas Jefferson and all those other thieves and slave owners created. And you expect us to celebrate. Actually, you don't have to teach us anything of this sort. And I think I speak for everyone when I say that we are tired of learning about it.
The Student Theater Enrichment Program, STEP, is the city's longest-running arts-based job training program. For 30 years, STEP has employed teens from across Cleveland to engage in a rigorous theater training program, through which they write and produce their own plays and tour to parks throughout the city. Now, STEP only happens because of the incredible partnerships across our city with organizations like Land Studio, Youth Opportunities Unlimited, several community development corporations, Cleveland City Council, and the City of Cleveland.
So I get to see kids from all over the city who are, who just been engrossed the entire summer in writing and creating and making sets and costumes and things like that.
It's really filling a critical gap in our city to make sure that our kids are not just going to school during the regular school day, but when they're coming out of it, that they are seeing these enrichment programs that so many other kids throughout our region and country have access to, but a lot of our kids don't. So CPT really helps to bridge that gap.
So I had kids who never really had the chance to explore arts before. And this was their first time. They never performed on stage. They never got up and sang in front of people. They never got up and danced in front of people. They never wrote anything, and they never believed they could. And I see kids, who do that. And by the end of the summer, they're different people.
They take the business of the well-being of our children extremely seriously. This is only the future of our city. This is only the future of our community. So it's so critically important that we support organizations like CPT to ensure that our kids are going to thrive into the future.
Is that you? Hey, are you still here?
Whitehaven, when I was a council person, it was in my ward, the facility. And when I became mayor, I began to go to the Cleveland Theater in order to see Whitehaven's plays that they put on. And it's really interesting to see how the men and the people who help them write the play and produce the play, and they perform in it. These are men who are going through a treatment program where they were addicted to drugs and or alcohol. And then we have lunch in the mayor's office maybe a week or two after that. So it's been an ongoing experience for the last, 15 years.
Oh yeah, that's Derek. Hey, G! Hey, Derek! It's your father's birthday! Get out of here! I brought it home! Get away there! What are you doing there now? Wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Way in the water, used to stay in the water for my mom's scout girl. I was raised in the water, swimming with the fishes, used to play in the water. I know people overseas, they used to pray for the water. Washed away my sins and I got saved in the water. So every day I wake up, I give thanks to the water. My soul flowing rich like the banks of the water. Watch out for the gators and the snakes in the water. God changed my ways like the waves of the water. As a son, I'm a with it, taste in the water. Since Jesus walked on it, I got faith in the water. Since Jesus walked on it, I got faith in the water. Since Jesus walked on it, I got faith in the water. God's gonna trouble the water.
Whitehaven is a shelter for men and women who are homeless, who are reentering the community from incarceration, and who are in recovery from opioid addiction. Every year since 1998, we have done an amazing creative experience with CPT. Makes them believe, the participants believe, that anything is possible. There was one guy last year who, from the stage, told the audience that 4 months before that night, he was finishing a 10-year prison sentence and heading back to the streets. And here he was on the stage at Cleveland Public Theater with new friends, new hope, new confidence, and a bright future. This year we can't do the play like we've always done it, but we're working with CPT to create a completely new virtual vehicle that I think, we hope, will give the same kind of experience to our residents and also help share the good news about Whitehaven to the rest of the community.
We started the Whitehaven Theater Project over 20 years ago. And through this program, we've learned so much. We know our country has been hit especially hard by the opioid crisis, and that's why we created Independence. Part theatrical performance and part community-facilitated dialogue. This work was created through interviews with patients, doctors, and a partnership with the Metro Health Systems.
He's done it again, gone off and over again, woken up with Narcan, says he wants to try treatment again.
So we try again.
Treatment success rate is low.
What does success look like now for him anyway?
What does success look like now for him with his treatment? Sobriety, being present with his family, steady work in the community, 12-step program he's gotta be committed to clean.
We both want him accountable for his actions, and we both want him to add to his community. But sometimes dependence transcends will alone, and he might need more help with Suboxone or Methadone.
No, we can't substitute one drug for another. It's the same kinds of chemicals that messed him in the first place.
Not all.
It's irresponsible to call that treatment. Is that success complete dependence? That's not success if it's complete dependence.
Hi, I'm Tim Burke, President for Northeast Ohio for Key Bank. As Cleveland's hometown bank, we are so proud to be a long-term partner of Cleveland Public Theater. We're also very proud that since 2017, we've made community investments totaling $648 million across our Northeast Ohio market. In CPT, we find a partner that allows its audience and performers the opportunity to thrive and flourish. Key Bank has enjoyed partnering with CPT on their STEP program, which does job training for local teens. CPT, thank you for all you do. Thank you for making Cleveland your home, and thank you for all the creativity you continue to inspire.
My first job here at Cleveland Public Theater was in education, teaching in community centers, and founding the Student Theater Enrichment Program. So when the board selected me to be the Executive Artistic Director 15 years ago, they were making a statement that education would hold special importance within the organization. Education is at the center of our work. It's not a wing or a side project. The people, programs, and partnerships of our education work are inherently connected to everything we do. Our classrooms are led by the same artists who write, produce, and perform in our professional plays, and they are changed by the youth and families we serve every day. See, we are as invested in creating change as we are in being changed as an organization and as artists. Cleveland Act Now, or CAN, is a year-round, free, mastery-based arts training program that serves youth aged 5 to 14 here at Cleveland Public Theater and at 4 Cuyahoga Metropolitan Housing Authority estates.
I remember, the first day we were down there, and it was just normal kid chaos. And then over time, it got to be the kids came in focused because they were doing something that they were proud of being a part of. And you go to the plays, you go to the performances and things like that, you see kids up there really giving their all. And you see a lot of support coming from parents and family members as, the kids are up there on stage.
Unfortunately, we often find that access to high quality opportunities to learn how to create are limited based off of geography, off of socioeconomic status, off of race. A lot of youth don't have easy opportunities to learn to do the things that they see other people doing. Cleveland Public Theater goes into the community and finds a way to provide youth an opportunity to raise their voice.
But also gives them an opportunity to learn about these social justice issues so that the challenges that we face in society today may not be the challenges that they face in society tomorrow.
Youth really have something to say about the issues that we are all experiencing, and fortunately, Cleveland Public Theater is able to provide a perfect venue for youth to express themselves about history and social issues, such as at events like Station Hope.
Cleveland, Ohio! 2 boys raised in public housing, just like me.
And me, and me. And when I think about the Stokes brothers growing up just like me and becoming powerful leaders and making the changes in the world that they did, I think to myself,
that could be me. We honored the Stokes brothers for the revolutionary legacy they made right here in Cleveland.
And we say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having my back. Thank you for never turning your back. When we get out of public housing like they did, it can be easy to forget.
Forget who you are, forget where you come from.
But they didn't do that, and neither will I. Who knows? Maybe Jariah will be mayor someday. Or me. Or me. Or me. Or me. Cleveland, Ohio. My home. My history. My change. My future.
What you just witnessed was Cleveland Act Now performing at Station Hope, an event we produce at St. John's Church, an authenticated stop on the Underground Railroad. Station Hope, in collaboration with the Episcopal Diocese of Ohio and Ohio City Incorporated, explores historical and contemporary struggles to disrupt and dismantle racism. Every year, thousands of Clevelanders gather to engage with 250 artists in this festival of social justice and hope.
Message is to preserve traditional art, music, dance, history, folklore of Africa and throughout the African diaspora. And we all know diaspora means wherever all those individuals were placed, you know, where they were dispersed throughout the world during the Atlantic slave trade. And during Station Hope, all of those different entities are displayed. We started the first year, we did the Culminating Act, and since then, we've been asked to come back to do it every single year. I find it important for me to be able to continue to tell my story so that culture can be preserved. If nobody's doing it, how will our children ever learn about themselves? How will they ever learn about their parents or their great-grandparents? You know, how far that lineage takes us back.
My organization is called Restore Cleveland Hope, and Hope is the code name, the Underground Railroad code name. And Station Hope became this gathering of almost the whole city, certainly focused in this area and on the east side around the Cosette Base House. But Raymond reached out, brought in artists and performances in history.
Joan Southgate has been an incredible mentor to me. She was instrumental in founding Station Hope, and her writings tell an amazing story of the hope for liberation. And now Cleveland Public Theater is in the midst of producing a brand new play, written and performed by Nina Domingue, based on the life of Joan Southgate.
Whose idea was it? What nut decided to walk 300 miles across Ohio? I just kept thinking, forget it, old lady. When I wasn't walking my targeted 10 miles a day, I talked to school children, church groups, senior citizens, whoever wanted to listen. Miss Southgate! Miss Southgate! Yes, you. Did you know Harriet Tubman? No, I did not. But my mother did. No way! In fact, I even had a picture of her in my house growing up. Mother, tell us the one about Aunt Harriet again. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt land, till old Pharaoh let my people go. She was a tiny woman, bold and smart enough to carry a gun. She knew how to carry it and how to use it. She never lost a passenger on her Underground Railroad. A nurse in the Civil War and a spy for President Abraham Lincoln. But the thing I remember most of all is watching her sleep. Why? Well, once, slave catchers hit her in the head very hard, harder than any woman should ever be hit, and she developed a sleeping sickness. When she was old, living out her days just as free as any person should be, she would bring her horse to graze on the growing green grass in the fields where I played with my friends. And he was a good horse. He would not move until she snapped the reins to go again. Well, we would get quiet and watch her rest. That was our job. No one told us it was. We knew who Aunt Harriet was. She was important to all of us. She had helped people find freedom. We kept her safe to rest. She had earned it. And I knew what I had to do. Keep putting my feet in the path every day. Walk, Joan. Walk.
Hi, I'm Joe DeRocco, Regional President for Fifth Third Bank. We are excited to be part of the event today to help celebrate the amazing things that Cleveland Public Theater is doing in our community. At Fifth Third, we endeavor to be like Cleveland Public Theater, and we're providing financial education to help improve lives and to build a strong community. I'm proud of the team that we have at Fifth Third, and we are thrilled to be here to be part of the celebration for Cleveland Public Theater, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the event.
Cleveland Public Theater produces art that is outside the mainstream, that defies convention. We seek the innovative, the out of the ordinary. Unlike most theaters who focus on staging existing plays, we primarily develop brand new work, often by local playwrights. CPT nurtures and supports this work at multiple points in the creative process, from early stages of inception and experimentation all the way up to full production. We developed the new musical, Everything is Okay and Other Helpful Lies, over 3 years, and it was recently featured in the prestigious New York Musical Festival.
Called and left a voicemail to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Then I called and left a voicemail saying I'm not. She's not. Tell you to disregard everything I've ever said. I love you.
I love you. I love you.
I love you. I love you. I love you.
looked in the mirror and she saw her face, took a deep breath and walked outside the door. Oh, she thought about dreams and she thought about fears, thought about God and thought about all these fears. Oh, her life never her own, and the flicker of a girl she used to know. No, 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 no.
Picture yellow. The sun. Romare Bearden's art chorus. Dandelions. Simple things. Picture dirt fields in Georgia. Brown hands picking whiteness. Red splashes across Giuseppe. An abstract. Beautiful liberation, this. Funny how dandelions live anywhere. Weeds spreading, pollinating, surviving because nature said so. Picture now the ghetto. Thick pollution, project row houses, red splashes across concrete. Picture us. We are wind songs, Stevie's wonder-filled holidays, the laughter of mulatto children. We are secrets, alive and loving. Beautiful liberation, this. We are all dandelions in these fields. An ecosystem has to be developed here that is for the future and long-term sustainability of this city. And what 12 Literary Arts does is we get people to think about building ecosystems through the importance of storytelling. It happens with bringing people together who don't ordinarily have an opportunity to share their stories to do just that, so that we are all beholden to the stories that are inside of people that live in our city. And so that's what drives me, telling stories and getting others to tell their stories so that we are all engaged in a more meaningful process of understanding one another. It is about creating this merger between art making, and storytelling with social justice so that we have an enriched and deeper understanding of our democracy and of what makes a democracy work.
I'm Matt Collig, chairman and founder of Collig Companies.
And I'm Tim Klepper, the president and CEO of the Collig Companies.
Through Collig charitable giving programs, we support the well-being of children and families in Northeast Ohio.
And we're proud to support Cleveland Public Theater and their positive impact on the community as well.
Hello, I'm Pat Pastore, regional president at PNC. PNC is committed to giving back to the communities we serve. We do so by supporting arts and cultural institutions such as Cleveland Public Theater and many more. PNC has always believed that engagement in the arts, like the performance you just saw and the ones that you're going to see, enriches lives and builds stronger, more vibrant communities. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of the experience by Cleveland Public Theater.
Our founder, James Levin, brought CPT to the Near West Side in 1982 with a mission to change lives and also to change a neighborhood. His vision of the Gordon Square Arts District was joined in 1999 by Detroit Shoreway Community Development Organization and the Near West Theater. Today, Our neighborhood's vibrancy is driven by arts and culture.
When you arrive in Gordon Square, you immediately get a sense of I'm somewhere. What unites Cleveland Public Theater and Detroit Shoreway Community Development Organization is our shared passion for the arts and commitment to social justice.
So we're standing in the Gordon Square Theater. It's the oldest standing theater in the city of Cleveland. CPT brings in people from all over the region to come to West 65th in Detroit. And so the renaissance that we've experienced has been largely attributed to the success of Cleveland Public Theater.
And CPT has been the heart of creating an arts identity for the neighborhood and remaking our community around the arts, all the while keeping it accessible.
The work that they do, I can't really quantify it, but I know it's making our community safer, more loving, and more accepting.
CPT is so intentional about inclusion and access, and it just is in their DNA. For our values to be in alignment in that way makes the work a true joy.
So about 8 years ago, Raymond Bobkin approached me about forming a theater company that would focus on the Latinx population. In 2013, Teatro Público de Cleveland was formed, and it's such a wonderful asset because it helps connect art to a unique population that really has been excluded.
And I see you. I see you have the gift as well. ¿Qué? To see with your heart, to sense it in your dreams.
Who are you talking to? ¿Con quién hablas?
Someone from the future. From your future. When you feel lonely, lost, without answers, you can summon the spirits of the tree, your abuelos and abuelas, and ask them, show me the way, old ones. At the tree, you will find yourself, and you will find home because you are connected. You are part of the great tree. Many of our cultures speak of the tree, but for me, it is the ceibo tree with red flowers that look like little birds flying.
I know that being a part of Teatro Público de Cleveland has changed my life. Being the executive director of an arts organization has changed my life, and our mission is to transform lives through the arts. Julia de Burgos Culture Arts Center was founded in 1989 by a Cleveland public school teacher and a group of Hispanic parents who saw the need for a place that Latinos in Cleveland could keep their culture and feel at home. Teatro Público has literally given us the opportunity and to be center stage. Cleveland's made up of many Latino cultures, and though we are all put under this category of Latino, where our cultures are similar in many ways, but also has our differences, and it's just a beautiful place to come. It's something that we've created. It's going to be our legacy.
Since its inception, the arts have been a very important part of the George Gunn Foundation's grant making. Cleveland has always been a city whose arts community punches above its weight. One thing that is very unique in Cleveland about Cleveland Public Theater is the work that they do with different communities, specifically the work that they initially did with the Latinx community, and most recently, the Arabic-speaking community. And this is a great way for different groups of people to really understand their own creativity, to activate their own creativity, as well as feel truly like a part of Cleveland.
At Cleveland Public Theater, we believe that when communities come together to share their stories, we grow a more vibrant city. Teatro Público de Cleveland and Masra Cleveland Al Arabi build bridges across languages, religions, and cultures. Through Masra Cleveland Al Arabi, Arabic-speaking communities of Cleveland share vital, life-affirming stories that celebrate family, dignity, and the freedom of expression.
قصايدي.
You're the poet. My dad always talked about you.
انت الشاعر. بابا كان على طول يحكي عنه.
ايه هاي القصايد إلي. هاي كانت ضايعة.
انت من الشمال وانت من الجنوب.
وانت من المدينة وانت صاحب الدار. الوطن كله مجموع هنا.
ألفت نكهة حزني، ألفت استحالة حبي، ألفت الكتابة والبكاء، ألفت الدروب والمفازات إليك، ألفت العشق بك غجرية العينين. دعيني يقيم طقوسي، أعجن الحناء بماء الورد، وأملأ كأسي زنجبيل، وأحرق في كل الزوايا بخوري. فلن أبرأ منك مليكتي، فاعتقيني إن شئت أو انحريني.
أجيال وراء أجيال هتعيش على حلمنا.
Mom, slow down. You met the poet, it's God's will.
محسوب على عمرنا.
ليلى
جاي ظلام الليل.
في حلمنا للمستقبل كل الفروقات بيننا صغيرة.
Theater saved my life when I was younger. Theater was that place where I went to be myself and enjoy being on stage and just be who I am around the people that I care about and people that care about the same things that I do. And Masrah came into my life when my dad was sick, and it was launched a month after my dad passed away. So it became that safe haven for me. So I feel like it saved my life again. We finally have a platform as members of Arabic-speaking communities to own our narrative and tell our stories. Being on the board of CPT, it gives me a huge responsibility to represent my community on that board. So it's like I'm giving back to CPT, and I'm giving back to this community that embraced me and my community. My heart belongs to too many places. I am here and there. My free mind is Lebanese. عقلي الحر لبناني. And my free will is Palestinian. وإرادتي فلسطينية. And my heart is Kurdish. وقلبي كردي. And my soul is Jordanian. وروحي أردنية. And my whole being is Arab. وكياني كله عربي. But my experience is American. A heartbeat for here and a heartbeat for there. But today, my homes are many, and a place where I feel love is موطني. بس اليوم أوطاني كتير، والمكان اللي فيه حب هو موطني. موطني موطني.
Hi, my name is Bill Cosgrove, and I'm the CEO of Union Home Mortgage. We are proud to be part of this celebration for the Cleveland Public Theater. Union Home Mortgage, the Union Home Mortgage Foundation, we're very excited and committed to communities. We're part of home ownership. Safe home ownership is all about communities, and that's really what Union Home Mortgage and the partners of Union Home Mortgage and our foundation is all about. We're excited for this event and want everybody just to have a great evening.
The artistic work of Teatro Público de Cleveland, Masrah Cleveland Al Arabi, and our education programs is founded on years of practice and artistic research. Inside CPT's ensemble process, we build theater together. Personal stories become monologues. Dreams become songs. Memories become movement. This ensemble-based process is central to my work as a playwright and director, and seeks to shape an intimate, surreal, and poetic style of theater.
There's a shadow from light. There's a shadow from the memory of light and from the dream of light. And all these shadows interpenetrate and overlap. If only one light would slow and still. But a cacophony, she and courage and all the dance of shadows.
Ensemble-based work takes the focus away from the individual and brings it to the collective and to the group. The most important things in life are the relationships that we build with each other. Relationships of friendship, of love, of collaboration. Ensemble theater reflects those priorities. It makes everything about interaction between people. It makes it about what is between people. We need this work everywhere. We need profound theater work that pushes these boundaries everywhere.
Remember when people could fly?
Maybe it was like this. You get on an airplane, you look out the window, and everything is so small. You feel small because you are small. That's how Keisha felt. She felt so small.
Even though she wasn't on a plane.
She was on the bus.
We are so small.
She was on a bus headed west.
I have been a part of the Cleveland Public Theater family since I was 19 years old. I've been an actress on the stages, I've been a part of the education department, and not too long ago I was also on the board. So I'm a huge fan of CPT because it is so active in the community and it's really close to my heart.
When I take on a project at CPT, especially as an actor, I come into a room full of people who do not pretend to know all the answers up front. There's a lot of unknowns, and there is an underlying reverence for the process that we're about to begin.
When I work with Raymond, I know that I need to stretch, I need to get it together, because he's always challenging me as an actress and as a storyteller. He doesn't allow me to just pull from my regular bag of tricks.
Raymond has brought a spirit of innovation to Cleveland that doesn't stop at creativity. And he does not try and tie things up in a pretty little package and offer a lot of answers.
What Raymond is endeavoring to do is not just a performance, but the creation of ritual. When an audience is able to experience ritual making, well, that's something that the audience can take with them outside into their everyday lives.
So people are challenged to come up with their own answers to huge life issues and sometimes silly things.
National New Play Network is an alliance of 125 professional not-for-profit theaters that work together in collaborative and innovative ways to support the development, production, and extend the life of new works. Cleveland Public Theater is a vital part of the ecosystem, the national ecosystem, for new plays, for new artists, for generating work that can be seen around the country and ultimately around the world. We helped support Nicole Salter's work, building a play about the consent decree, which of course has become only more important in today's moment. And we're delighted to have been a part of that and to help that work move across the country.
TCG is a national service organization that supports the health and ecology of the non-for-profit theater industry. TCG stands for Theater Communications Group, and we like to think of ourselves as a hub for information and support for the industry. Cleveland Public Theater has allowed me to have a voice for the contemporary issues of our time in real time, and has at this juncture arrived at a commission with a play that's called Breakout Session, specifically to look at and deal with the conflict that lies within the consent decree that the city of Cleveland has. There's something about this topic matter the topic matter of implicit bias, the topic matter of police-community relations that is incredibly polarizing and difficult to create spaces where hearts are open and minds are open. So the kooky nature of the play is actually by design. It's designed to get you to say, what is going on? And by the time you figure it out, I've already slipped into your heart. I've already slipped into your mind.
I know things look bleak, but let me tell you what I see. The sky, it's not blue. You only have 3 codes, 7 colors, and all the combinations therein. The dog, 2 codes, 2 colors, and all the combinations therein. Me, 14 codes. You can't even see how fabulous I am. How fabulous the world is. What you desire. And if you volunteer your open heart, I will show you. Do you trust me?
Now, we need to dream. Not an impossible dream. A real probability dream. A visceral, I can feel this actually happen dream. A pure heart, clean slate, a born-again dream, a paradigm-shifting, we've finally got it right dream. Can you see it? Can we even imagine a world where we need to see it? We need to see the color of the sky. We need to trust it. We need to see what we can't see. We need to see the all. Let us see it.
When we invest in new theater, when we invest in artists, there's a repercussive impact in our communities, seen and unseen, a ripple effect, a spiral wave that touches lives. See, theater is not just a building. Our impact is not contained in these 4 walls. Even now, we are bursting out and into life. Even in these challenging times, we are in neighborhoods safely and out on the airwaves and into homes and hearts and minds to remind us all that at the sacred core of humanity is art. We are all artists. You are an artist, a creator, an imaginer, a dreamer. We can all make change. We all can act.
Theater is essential.
Theater is essential.
Theater is essential.
Theater is essential to me because it allows people to come together when we're so isolated.
Theater opened doors to imagination and creativity that we all need during this difficult time.
It brings me joy to know that someone else who may not have anyone to talk to gets a moment of happiness.
It is life-giving. It is inspirational.
It gives me a purpose and it makes me feel alive.
For building community, for creating communication, verbal and non-verbal.
It is the most pure human-to-human expression between actors and audience.
المسرح جزء من ثقافة المجتمع. يجب أن يتحمل المسؤولية ويسخر إمكانيته مع الواقع الجديد لإعادة الأمل والتفاؤل والطمأنينة والوعي بين الناس.
During this time, theater is essential to me because of ideas, people, community, and hope.
المسرح أساسي في هذا الوقت حتى يستمر التواصل بين الناس ونتشارك خبراتنا ومعاناتنا معهم.
Theater is essential to me because it reflects the interaction of real people with real people. Isn't that what humanity needs in this time?
Theater is essential to me during this time because it gives you an opportunity to expand your imagination.
It brings people together.
Durante este tiempo, el teatro ha sido esencial para mí,
porque me ha ayudado en la transición a esta nueva normalidad, en donde la distancia entre el público y los artistas, aunque ahora virtual, aún me transporta a un mundo completamente diferente.
Telling the human story reminds me of our strength and the fact that we will persevere.
Because it breaks down distances.
It's live, it's about people, and it's about healing.
Theater is essential to me because it's something I'm passionate about.
It requires us to make art together.
I really miss that connection that we have when we're in the room together.
Right now we are going through a period of chaos, political turmoil, and social unrest. Well, theater is how I speak out on things that are important to me.
Theater offers us the unique opportunity to recognize ourselves in each other's stories.
Provides insight and understanding into the challenges facing the world today.
We are all amazing by dancing, singing, writing, and I am amazing just like you.